So in this first clip, you see me doing my warm-up. This is typical for me. My coach usually advises me to do a 5-minute warm-up just on incline. Next, we have Smith machine sumo squats. The wider that you make your legs, the better with these. You want to focus on form with squats, and first and foremost going down past 90 degrees. I do not like to keep my knees over my ankles, and you definitely shouldn't. You should go down, slow, controlled motion, and then contract back up with your glutes, making sure that you hit exactly what you're supposed to. This one because this is an important thing to point out. If you have something in your set that requires something that your gym doesn't have, always find the alternative that'll hit the same muscle groups. And for me, this was laying down and doing kickbacks with the hamstring curl machine as best as I could, because my protocol was for kickbacks. And the kickback strap was so worn out and the Velcro was so worn down that it actually kept falling off every time I went to go kick back, and I was kicking back pretty heavy, so no problem. These were weighted high box step-ups. Even though I am carrying just 5 pounds in order to step up, the box is over 2 feet high, and I am just putting all my weight in that front leg. So you don't want to kick off with your back leg with these. You want to put all the weight in the working leg that is in front, making sure that you are really pulling up with your glutes and your quadriceps as much as possible. So kettlebell swings are definitely one of my favorite glute focused exercises. You can go super heavy with them, and as long as you are pulling up on those glutes and not literally swinging the kettlebell forward with your arms, you will not hurt your lower back, and you will definitely target your legs, which is what this is for. This one is something that I was dreading to do, but definitely knew I needed to work on. Usually the exercises you hate are the ones that you need to work the most on, and the only way you get better is by working on it. So these were sumo deadlifts. I had to basically work on keeping my feet further apart rather than my grip. And I use the underhand overhand method when I pull up. So I focus on form first and make sure my back isn't arched and hunched over like we talked about before, keeping a neutral back, a neutral neck, and as I pull up, contracting with my glutes and thrusting my hips forward in order to lift the weight. Oftentimes I will just resort to my arms and just a little bit my quadriceps and totally forget the whole point of the exercise. It's very easily to mistake this exercise for a pull. You want to draw as much focus on your legs as possible. This time it actually did call for kneeling hamstring curls, so I did this by pulling up with my glutes. This was actually super hard, super heavy. I think it was 12 to 15 reps per side, and I was doing at least 80 in these, so definitely felt good and definitely burned a lot.
Guys, I did not film my cheat meal for that glute workout because this was considered my boyfriend and I's Valentine's Day makeup dinner, because he worked on the night of Valentine's Day. Whoa, zoom in. Decided to make it tonight, and I got to fit in my macros with a large veggie burger and a large side of fries. And I was able to track everything. I was able to get honey mustard on top and tomatoes. My boyfriend actually got 2 burgers. He is on a cut right now, and he basically eats like no carbs all day. And then he is allowed a majority of carbs post-workout. Anyways, I wanted to take this time to talk about motivation and mindset, And especially shifting your perspective and shifting the negativity and everything that you're thinking that happens during prep, and especially during a time of deficit. Your body is literally hungry and it's trying to go into survival mode, and so there's a lot of hormonal imbalance that goes on. There's a lot of mental stress that is happening because you want food but you can't have it. You want more food than the portion size, but your macros are too low to get it in. It's like a constant mind game. I was listening to a few podcasts today at work about it, and it was all about, you deciding that you want to be a part of that lifestyle, you focusing on the end goal of your competition. What are you going to look like on stage? How are you going to place? How's your posing going to be if you don't practice? All these things that add up, and why prep takes so long, and why it's 12 or 16 weeks or even 8 weeks. It's a long ass time, and it's because it requires so much focus and practice, and there's times and days where your body's going to get to the point where you're not feeling 100%. And that can be outside of the gym too. I know that sometimes I start my days feeling super self-conscious. I'm like carrying water around. I just feel like blah and whatever. Get to the gym, I kill it, I take out the frustration out of my workout thing, and I walk out feeling so much better, and I just choose to shift my perspective. This is something that I chose, and I really, really want it, and I'm excited for it, but there are times where I am pissy, I am doubtful, I worry, and all that added stress can only affect my body worse than any food ever could, even that burger I just ate. Next time you start to get nasty with either your boyfriend, you start to feel paranoid or worried, you just have to remember your why. Why are you doing this in the first place? Who told you to do the competition? No one. You did, and you're doing it. That's
in half
weird.
A mile.
So that is what I advise to you guys, is to just remember your why when you are feeling discouraged, and to have these nights, if your coach allows or if you're instructed to have a cheat meal, because my body definitely needed it. I felt every single bite. Sometimes that's just as much of a workout for your metabolism as a heavy glute day. I am going to stop and get my favorite coffee.
Stay to the left.
I just saw a Wawa and I got super excited. They only have these back in Jersey. Yes, it must be a East Coast thing, because I see one, and I'm gonna get a decaf because I'm going to bed pretty soon after this. I just wanted to give you guys a pep talk about motivation, mindset, and remembering your why. Guys, before I get to packing for work tomorrow, I just wanted to show you the staple things that I usually get at Vitamin Shop. Like I said before, Grant is the assistant manager there, so I do get a really nice discount when he goes with me. Got a few things tonight when we were done dinner, and just wanted to share it with you. I usually get the Man Sports Iso Amino Coffee Creamer. It is 0 carb, 0 protein, and 0 fat, and I am a person that likes sweet coffee, so I put this in my coffee, sometimes in my tea. And it is really, really good. Just 1 scoop is definitely enough. It is super sweet, but it is definitely prep friendly. Got Lenny and Larry's single serving birthday cookies. Only 27 grams of carbs for the entire cookie. 4 grams of fat, 8 grams of protein. And someone says they smell like Play-Doh. Cereal bars, these are kind of big on social media right now, and they came out over, I think, the end of the summer, beginning of the school year, and my favorite flavor is waffles. It literally tastes like syrup on top of hot waffles from IHOP, and it is amazing, and it is only 4.5 grams of fat, and 17 carbs and 12 grams of protein. So you know I'm all over that.
Have Lenny and Larry's chocolate chip, then more Power Crunch bars. I got peanut butter fudge, mocha cafe. Then I got, of course, another snickerdoodle, Lenny and Larry's, because this is steady in my oatmeal. And this is my favorite Quest bar. I only get it once in a while. I don't really stay satiated with these. I normally get hungry like a few hours later compared to if I just ate real food. So these are definitely just like in case of emergency or I need to pack really quickly, like I do tonight. Of course, Walden Farms maple walnut syrup. If you have not tried this and you have just tried the regular, this will totally change your mind and the game for your pancakes. So I am off to packing for tomorrow. I had an awesome feed, and I will catch you guys probably tomorrow, which is the next clip.